Here we go. All right, everybody, this is Macky, and we're back with another episode of the Hidden Threads podcast. And as usual, we got Juice.
I'm here.
He has a special hat on today.
What's wrong with my hat?
What was that hat called again? A pie hat?
It is a Boston Scally.
Boston Scally.
Yes.
What does Scally mean? Like skull cap?
Sure. We'll go with that. It's a hat.
Some Irish thing?
Yes.
Okay. But you have mistletoe in there.
I do. This is my Christmas hat.
You've been walking up to girls and saying, hey, kiss me under the mistletoe.
Yeah, I've had this on here for years, and
show the
oddly
mistletoe
enough,
to the camera. Go the other way. The other way. There you go. There it is right there. Here? Yeah.
Oddly enough, it's been up there for 4 years, and I've never had a taker. Not one. Trying to be festive.
Not even your ex-wife?
No.
She didn't kiss you under the mistletoe?
No. She looked at it and went, that looks stupid.
Maybe that's why she's an ex-wife.
I don't know.
I think it's funny, though.
I'm like Rodney Dangerfield. I get no respect.
You don't have your, you've been wearing your 47 hat.
Mm-hmm.
All right. 45, 47.
We're getting close to Christmas.
Right. We're talking about today, we're going to get into some Aryan Brotherhood, white supremacy type groups. Okay. I get called those all the time just because I'm an evangelical Republican. You know, you do
I get
too.
called that because I ain't got no hair and I'm heavily tattooed.
And you're Republican.
No, I'm an independent.
Well, you lean conservative.
I do.
All right. How about that? I'd say more than lean. You jump over in both feet. So
yes.
Okay. On most things.
Yes.
But yeah, they like to throw out the name white supremacist and all this stuff. We're going to get into what it is today a little bit and why I'm not one and why you're not one.
Okay.
But what do you think of, I mean, you worked in prison, so you dealt with these clowns all the time.
Yeah.
Tell me about the Aryan Brotherhoods. Aryan Brotherhood, not the Brotherhood.
They are the white prison gang. If you're white and you're in prison, they rule.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Right.
So they had two guys that started it out. Then it became a kind of like a mafia type deal where you had a board of directors and everything else. Mm-hmm. But you had to put in what they call work or wet your steel. You got to go and kill somebody, stab somebody to be in the Aryan Brotherhood. You're a soldier. Mm-hmm. But then they also have little sets, other little gangs, like their support gangs, like mm-hmm. Nazi lowriders.
Right.
That they're the ones that do the dirty work for the AB.
Okay. Outside of prison.
No, inside prison.
Okay.
Inside prison. But it spills out into civilian,
right,
out of the prison area.
Mm-hmm.
So, but they're very, very dangerous.
Right. They're all about making money and surviving prison, right?
Yes.
Now, let me ask you this. So if I go to prison, say if I got a 25-year stint and I'm going to the big house down in St. Clair or whatever.
Right.
Do I have to pick a gang to be affiliated with?
You better pick something.
If not, what happens?
Because all of them will be after you.
So the ABs, and then you got, what's the black gang? You got Crips or Bloods, whichever one.
Crips, Bloods, there's Black Guerrilla Disciples, there's
whichever one's prominent in that area.
Yeah.
Right? So, and then you got the Mexican Mafia. It runs the
right.
Latino groups. Okay. Then you got subsets under that.
Right.
So,
and then subsets, and it trickles all the way down.
So I got no choice. I wouldn't be allowed to go into the black gang.
You do have a choice.
They're not going to let me in their gang.
Yeah, you do have a choice. Mm-hmm. You either join a white gang or you're going to fall prey to all of them.
So what if you're just a guy that wants to go in, maybe get into education, maybe get into the Bible and try to redeem yourself? You don't have a choice still,
yeah,
right?
Good luck.
Okay. I mean, there have people done it. I've read about it. You know what I mean? But
they have, but you're playing both sides of the fence here.
Mm-hmm.
I have a friend of mine that wound up going to prison, and although prior to going to prison, he was a little bit of a skinhead.
Right.
Me and some other guys who one happens to be black, Terrence, and another one, Lou, who happens to be Puerto Rican.
Mm-hmm.
We pulled him in and we're like, hey, dude, you got to get rid of this mentality.
Right.
Well, he got rid of the mentality and he's seen us as brothers, mm-hmm. regardless of skin color. Then he went to prison.
What organization were y'all in? Can you say?
For what? When
you met all these?
We were working for NASA.
Okay.
At the time, down in Florida.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And, we were all vets, mm-hmm. Marine Corps and Army vets, but he had this thing if you were not white, it's not right.
Mm-hmm.
But we got him out of that mindset. It's not about race. It's about attitude.
Right.
He wound up doing some stuff that he shouldn't have done, got himself in trouble, wound up doing some time in prison. But
Mm-hmm.
while he was in prison, even though he didn't believe anymore in this whole white race is the only race theory,
Mm-hmm.
he had to pick a side. He had to pick a gang or else he was going to fall victim.
Right.
So he wound up, because of being tattooed and having a bald head, and he wound up falling in with the Nazi lowriders.
Mm-hmm.
And this is down in Florida. It's not here.
Okay.
But he fell in with the Nazi lowriders.
So what's the difference between the Nazi lowriders and the Aryan Brotherhood?
Aryan Brotherhood is like the cream of the crop.
Okay.
They are the real deal.
Mm-hmm.
Your NLRs, your Nazi lowriders, those are your kind of like your low-level foot soldiers for
Mm-hmm.
the Aryan Brotherhood.
All right. Now, if I'm just using me as an example. So say I pulled a 5-year deal and I had to go to prison, and I had to,
Right.
Now in Alabama, it's the Southern Brotherhood, right?
Right.
Okay. Is that associated with the Aryan Brotherhood? They can be.
It is, but it isn't. They
Okay.
can be, but generally they're not.
Okay. So the Southern Brotherhood it's a Aryan based. Here's their slogan, 14-word slogan: "We must secure the existence of our people and the future for white children."
Now
Okay.
that's whether skinhead, Nazi
Mhm.
lowrider, AB, that is the 14 words.
They get the
and then
14
there's
tattooed on them.
yeah, and then they get 88 or they get 23 tattooed on them.
The 23 precepts.
Yes.
Okay. I haven't got the precepts here in front of me, but they like to get the SS Lightning bolts, the swastikas,
Well, that you get
Confederate
that as you
flag.
gain rank as you go.
Confederate flag. Right. I never understood the Confederate flag. Why are you going to put a flag of the losers on? So they lost.
Well,
I know that they're going to slavery and all that, but
yeah, but I mean, it just, I don't know why anybody looks at the Confederate battle flag the way they do as a sign of racism and they use it like that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look it up, it's the meanings of the stars, the blue, the red, it all has a very Christian meaning.
Right, it does. But it did represent slavery, and I see where the
Right.
people don't like it.
Right. And I get it.
So gang members sometimes use a handshake in which two people grip each other's forearms.
Right.
You ever seen that when you were working?
Yes.
Okay. Now, when they were doing gang stuff in jail, did y'all stop them? Like when they were doing hand signs and all that stuff, did y'all say, "Hey, cut it out"?
If you can understand what they're saying,
Mhm.
you can approach them on it.
And say, "Hey, stop with your
Yeah,
stuff."
but they're pretty slick on the way they do a lot of their hand signals or sign language.
Mhm.
Their sign language isn't the American sign language.
Because too many people know that.
Right. So how many of those inmates do you think are going to sit down and teach an officer their sign language?
They're not.
Yeah. But
Now,
you
if you
can
work
pick
there a long
stuff
time, you
up.
get it. Right?
Yeah,
So-
you can pick stuff up and watch them.
Right. All right. So it's back to me again. So say I pull a 5-year stint and I'm wanting to survive prison. All right. And I join with, say, Alabama, the Southern Brotherhood.
Right.
Okay. Now, to be part of that, you have to kill somebody, right?
No.
You don't? I thought is that just TV?
No. You're looking. Yeah, it's mostly Hollywoodized stuff,
Mhm.
but you have to do certain things to get in each one of these little gangs.
Mhm.
Now, the Aryan Brotherhood's big league, you're going to kill people,
Mhm.
period.
Most of those have a life deal anyways.
Yeah,
right?
most
So-
of them are lifers.
Right.
Bingham and the rest of them. Yeah.
Right. Because what I'm getting at, if I just had a 5-year deal and they say, "Hey, you got to kill somebody," I'm like, dude, I got 5 years. If I kill somebody and get caught, I'm going to be in here forever or get the death penalty, right? So, everybody, Macky here with ShadowNet Investigations. I'm the lead investigator, and I'm here to let you know that we conduct premium digital forensics. Whether you're looking to recover deleted data from phones, tablets, computers, you name it, give us a call, and we can help you out in recovering that data. Or if you think you're hacked, we have the tools and expertise to help you figure out who's hacked you and to find out how it happened, whether you need help with any digital forensic situation, recovering deleted data, hacking situations, or any questions you have about digital forensics, give us a call, 866-910-7499. That's a free consultation at 866-910-7499, or visit us at shadownetdigital.com.
It's either you do it or you're the next victim.
Okay. They're going to shank you in the shower or whatever. So.
Yep. Or you can be a check-in baby and go in for protective custody.
Okay.
But then you're a snitch and a baby.
Because everybody in protective custody, they think is a snitch, right? No matter what.
Pretty much. There, so. Or they're sissies.
Right.
They're punks.
A little bit different topic, but cops that get put in prison, former cops.
Oh, yeah.
Do they go into protective custody or are they out in the...
They do. They do.
Okay.
Not all of them, but a large majority of them, they're segregated. They're kept in solitary or ad seg, or, but some of them reach the yard.
Right. And do they join up with these guys and say...
They have to.
And right. They have some skills that could help, right?
Well, they do, but I mean, cops in prison aren't very well respected, regardless of what set you fall into. Right. It's just, it is what it is. You were a cop. That's it.
Right. Okay. Back to the Southern Brotherhood. So we worked a case. I've got two, actually, one in Scottsboro and one in Cedartown, Georgia. Everybody's like, well, it's an Alabama gang, but Cedartown, I'm talking, is like,
it's just right over there.
2 feet from the Alabama line. And both of them involve drug dealing, obviously.
Yeah.
And what I've found studying these and talking to some of their hang around affiliate type people was they make most of their money off of drugs, selling methamphetamine here mainly, and prostituting drug addicted women.
Yep.
Okay. That's how they make most of their money. And they make a lot of money. Now these women, they pretty much use them up until they overdose or they just die or whatever, you know what I mean? They go out, they're no good anymore to them. So they just push them off. Now, can you ever get out of these gangs? Like if you say, man, I don't want to do this no more.
Some of them you can, but you're going to get beat down to get out.
You got to take a beat down to get out.
And then if you have any tattoos on you, they're coming off.
They burn them off or cut them off. Right?
You're not going to like the way they come off.
Right.
But most of the time, once you're in, the only way out is a pine box.
Right. They don't, most of them like that lifestyle anyways.
Yeah.
The drug dealing, the gangster life and all that stuff. It's no different than a African-American or Hispanic gang, right? They like the life, the brutality,
there's
excitement, whatever they get.
All gangs are like that. I don't care which ones they are.
Right. They all had the motive of power and money.
Yep.
Right.
Exactly.
Now, what I understand too from those two cases we worked is that they step on the toes of the Mexicans a lot out here on the streets and they're drug dealing.
They do.
And they get in fights and shoot each other and stuff like that.
They do. So, and it works its way into the prison system too. What happens on the streets finds its way inside.
And they some little wars break out because of territory mainly.
Right.
Now the Mexicans try to, or the South Americans we'll call them, they try to run all the drugs in the United States. And they don't always work that way. Right.
No.
And sometimes they team up together. What I understand.
Some of them do.
Hey, if you pay us a little tax, we'll let you sell dope here, kind of thing.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Right. That happens, right? So I thought it was interesting. The one where we had to track a guy down, he had information that would exonerate a guy that was going to prison, right? And he snitched. He laid out everything to me on a tape recorder.
Right.
And then he left. He went to, I don't know, he said, I'm leaving, I'm gone. You know, he was not going to show up for court. But so then it turns into hearsay then if it's just a tape recording, right? But apparently the judge listened to it and let the guy go. But the guy that we were working for was a gangbanger too, so he's probably back in jail now. I haven't tracked him down.
Yeah.
And then another one was the one right across the Georgia line was a guy ended up in a plastic truck bed box, like a toolbox, and he was tossed on the side of a dirt road out there.
Right.
And he had the tattoos and all that stuff. And I got called in to work for the one that they suspected of killing him. And that's the one I got deep into what this is all about and how you're never going to understand the webs that are put together there because it changes.
So many.
It changes all the time. But I was shocked at how the Southern Brotherhood, I thought it was just a bunch of little Yahoo rednecks.
Oh, no.
It's
They're organized.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Very organized.
And been around a while, those things. And they're serious about making money. And but they like to throw the whole, we're white, it's only right to be white and all those things out there.
Yeah.
But their number one thing is we're going to make some cash.
Right.
Their 14-word slogan, we must secure the existence of our people and a future of white children by making money. They should add two other words
they
to
should
it.
add some stuff to it. But you know, the funny thing is, they all of them, the older the members are, the more tight-lipped they are.
Right.
The younger they are, as soon as you get behind closed doors, they start snitching on each other.
Right.
And giving up information.
Mm-hmm. We had some guys in that one in Georgia that I watched the interrogations of them. You know, they were questioning them, hey, who's this and all that. And you watch the arrest, you read about the arrest, and they resisted arrest and tried to act tough and all that.
Oh, yeah.
The cops had to scuff them up a little bit. As soon as they got them in that interrogation room, they're like, Johnny does this, he's this. You know, Billy does this, he's married to what's her name, and they sell drugs out of this trailer.
You get the entire operation and the hierarchy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's crazy.
Right.
They'll just turn on each other.
They don't think that they act like it's not recorded and not going to leak out. So
yeah,
but it does. And
we've taken them into custody as, hey man, don't forget, brothers, man, don't say nothing. The same guy yelling the stuff, as soon as you get him by himself in the interrogation room. Mm-hmm. All right, look, man, let me tell you what's going on.
Right.
You got to work a deal for me.
Yep.
And that's exactly what happens.
So they're going to get killed later.
Eventually,
if they get out or in jail, they're going to
eventually they're going to figure out who the snitch was.
Right. And it's a horrible system. I'm going to be honest with you, but because you can't be. Aryan's not the only way. We've got all kind of different colors of people and things, but the crime aspect to it, they don't do anything on the up and up. Everything's under the table, drug dealing and prostituting women that are hooked on drugs.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing. They're under this false sense of it's only the white race or it's only the black race. You know what? It's only the human race.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Regardless of your skin color on the outside, it's all the human race.
Right.
Their thing is misleading, and they mislead others. And through that and through their manipulation, the crime side of it becomes very easy for those people after they've been manipulated.
They use that as our gang is special because we hold these views.
It's their recruiting.
And they get them in, and then they said, well, to be here, you got to be a criminal. You're not going to survive without it. So it's sad. We've had another case of a missing girl from around here. She was 19, and she got tied in with that crap and was they got her on drugs and prostituted her, and she ended up dead in the woods, overdosed. So she was probably having an overdose, and they just tossed her out. So she died. Sad, man. It's a bad deal. Like you said, there are a bunch of punks that want to be part of something, and they think this is the only way to make money, and they buy into it, and that's how the older generation recruits them.
Yeah. And they're good at their recruiting. They know how to manipulate. They've been doing it a long time.
And it's the same with the black and the Mexican gangs as well. They do the same exact
all
thing.
Gangs. It doesn't matter which
they're racially motivated as well. That's how they motivate people to get in, right?
Yes.
We're going to protect the black race. We're going to protect the Hispanic race or whatever. So Mexicans, you get into the Puerto Rican have their own sect.
Oh, yeah.
And then you have
you can't lump.
Salvadorans have their own sect.
Yeah. So. You can't lump them all together just because they're Hispanic. Mm-hmm. It's not working that way.
Right. And the Mexicans think they're superior to all of them.
Yep.
For whatever reason, I don't know.
Yep.
I've never studied that, but I know that the Mexicans think that they're a little above the other countries. So, but all right, let's get some comments going about this. There's probably some people that know more about it than us. I'd like to hear about it. I'd like to hear from one that's been involved in it and would tell us about it.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
More fun, right?
We can do that confidentially,
right? And we can just kind of use pseudonyms.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. I hope they don't come after and kill us for talking about them, but we don't owe them any money, so they're probably going to.
I'm good.
Right.
And I'm not prostituting, so.
Why not?
Well, like I said, I got a face for radio.
Space for Spotify. That's what I've been saying.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to get out of here. Comment, like, subscribe, all those things, and we'll talk to you soon.